Ms. Hande. We are live again here in Metropolitan, as always, trying to add value to the expat community. And you are the expat's personal trainer extraordinaire. And we love to have your inputs and insights on, health, healthy lifestyle and exercising. And I was hoping to be able to speak with you this morning about general wellness in the workplace. So can we discuss that today?
All right. Yes, it's my pleasure. It's always good to be back here and with your enthusiastic team and you. Yes, workplace. So what is this? Is this a new fad? Is it a new trend? Well, I think it's something that is here to stay for good reason.
What does it mean?
What does it mean? Yes, let's get started there. So what is this workplace wellness mean? What does it include or exclude, right? The idea is to create a supportive environment that promotes the physical, emotional, and mental well-being of employees. It aims improving overall health, reducing stress, and enhancing productivity. And there are different ways to do it. Some companies' policy based off of the feedback from their employees could be in the areas of fitness, where I come in. Sometimes it's a nutritionist, sometimes it's a psychologist. There are many aspects of the pillars of lifestyle, let's say. So I come in with the fitness vision and angle to tackle this. But the goal is to slow down in today's fast-paced world and create a space for employees to reboost their morale.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yes.
As the owner of a business yourself and a business owner myself, is workplace wellness good for the business?
In short, yes, because when you study shows again and again, Victor, that when we invest, it's just like in our life. When we invest in our relationships with family, friends, and loved ones, we usually get that back, right? We hope. Same concept applies in the workplace. When you show that you care, and you get the benefit of this investment, because it is an investment for the business. What are they getting is they're getting a positive organizational culture, which is very important. Reduced absenteeism, which is essentially good for the business. Boosts overall employee satisfaction and retention, increases productivity, and also studies show that it attracts and retains top talent and enhances companies' reputation. People are like, I want to work there, because they really care for their employees' health.
Okay, so that leads the natural way right into the next question. Is workplace wellness good for the employee?
Yes, absolutely. What it does is that, let's start with little personal level, and then we could get to collectively. The feedback we get is like, when do I get a me time, right? You're working, and then after work, you go to the supermarket. If you have kids, you do their homework. So, and on weekends, running chores. So when do you create time? Maybe people want to do something good for themselves, but having this on their lunch break creates that sense of that I had my me time. I did something good for myself. I took a little break. And this is essential to overall well-being. And I think it also, not to mention the physical benefits of it, posture deviation, sitting for a long time in chair, these are not healthy. We're not designed to be sitting all day long. Our bodies crave movement. So giving this also not only is a mental break, but it also improves physical well-being, and an emotional level through movement. Study shows again and again, it promotes happy hormones, and we all want to work with happy people.
Happy hormones. That's like happy hormone Horcasitas. That's a funny name.
Indeed.
So, because I still am not always very clear how a consultant like yourself in the workplace wellness, what services does that translate into for people in a big company or a small company that's thinking about they want to invest in their people, keep them happy, keep them healthy, focused. what services do you provide as a consultant?
Yes, that's a good question. Within my scope of practice, obviously we have various conversations about this. A lot of things need to come in place. What are they looking for? Some companies have already done a lot of things. They do it periodically, so they're interested in offering something different based on, some companies have a gym in their facilities, they have equipment, so they have sometimes younger age population, so this will help us determine what kind of session that we will be doing. Some of them work entirely remotely, so we have to keep that in mind. So I provide sessions as desk yoga, standing stretching classes, or Pilates, given the fact that people in their office space, in their home space, may not well equipped with this. Sometimes I come up with workshops, which we have two categories, starting off with theory, giving them explanation of what posture deviation, for example, means. Why is it important to do something about it, and tips on it. And the second portion would be the application, where we actually do demonstrate movements that tackle and reverse the effects of posture deviation. Another important workshop that I do is with, especially in Barcelona, Center for Tech Companies, is that we do digital detox and IT wellness. What that means is that giving them healthy tips and importance of highlighting why we need to take a break from screen and things that we can do is also a very, very, let's say, popular one.
Okay, so for avoidance of doubt, you come in and you deal directly with the employees, or are you presenting information to, say, HR people that are important, that are, vested in making sure that their staff are happy and satisfied? Who's your target audience then?
Yes, usually it's the HR. HR gets these requests. They do internal survey. They want to maybe annually offer their appreciation, their gratitude towards their employees. So they're looking to use their budget in a more meaningful way, rather than only aiming for happy hour or bringing lunch. They look for something different, and then they search, and then voila, they find people like myself.
Okay. And so how do you measure the effectiveness of wellness programs?
They pay me and they book me again. Right? That's the first very, very reassuring one. Other than that, we do surveys. Immediately after session, I look at, during the session, let's say, how many participants we have, right? Mm-hmm. How engaging they are. Afterwards, they immediately come to me, ask me, and talk to me about their their concerns about if they have an acute injury or how they can improve. They ask for my personal contact information. These are the immediate responses I get. Also, a week or so later from the company, I get a survey that gives a feedback. They want more in this topic or something different, that on their next wellness week. Usually April is considered to be the wellness week for companies, where it's prime time for businesses like myself, that they make sure through the surveys and feedback and participants, they listen and they deliver usually. Okay.
And are you, in a sense, going in and correcting people's posture? And do you have a session, like say in their gym or in their office, or yes, an area where people can gather and they can do exercise there?
Yes, absolutely. That is one of the most important, in my opinion, take away from one session, because unless the company books me twice a week, every week, we're not going to be really seeing results. So I try to create a 1 hour session that there's a take home, something, tools they can do lifelong, sustainably for themselves. And posture correction is essential in a workplace, right? Like we call the text neck. Why does it happen? How do we bring it back to center of gravity, and why should we, and how we can do it, and what it means when our posture is compromised and its implications on overall health is essential. So this is one of the things that I think it's very important to take home information for employees out there in 1 hour time frame.
Okay. And you said text neck? That's like
Yes. So I'll demonstrate. It's something like this. All right. We're all on our phones, like in metro, public transportation, or supposedly we're socializing with a friend. Our head is always down looking like this. This creates a text neck. Ideally, let's give a helpful tip right now. It should be boop, 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 eye level. Now, when it's eye level, biomechanically speaking, my neck and my thoracic spine is aligned in where it should. But if I keep doing like this, you see, after a while, even when I'm not on my phone, my head is so relaxed and it stays this way. And this creates entire line of back pain.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Yes. And so how do you engage the international community of Barcelona and Spain?
How do I engage? Well, there are a lot of ways to do it, but my favorite way to go with it is through Barcelona Metropolitan Barcelona. They know everyone and everybody. Why look for? Why Google? Once you have you have access to everyone. You're a great connector. So you just have to pick up the phone and book time with you, and then it works. Seriously. So making these kind of connections help, in my opinion, a lot to reach out to more people, because let's face it, we're expats, so usually we don't have family here, and we all need to create a community, and magazines like yours actually truly connect people in a meaningful way. So for me personally, organizations and businesses like yours has been an essential tool to create that sense of community and business.
Well, that's very kind of you. But in terms of, say, do you also get out and do you do a lot of networking yourself and
Yes.
kind of show people how you do this? Like, where do you go to network?
Yes. Okay. So I go to American Society Happy Hour if I can. I'm an event coordinator at an amazing organization called Professional Women's Network. We come up with workshops and happy hour and networking events twice a month. This week, for example, we had Market Fair where all the female superpowers presented their businesses and made new connections. I was myself also had an opportunity, besides doing my event coordinator duties, present my business. It's also good practice, to pitch and get a feedback for business or for friendships as well. This month we have another topic, for example, in the area of hormone discussions in workplace that I'll be monitoring. There's another great organization called Female Entrepreneurs Barcelona, which yesterday we had a networking event. These are great ways to get ideas, get your business reviewed, get feedback, get connections, basically. I am passionate working with women, so as all the examples I'm giving, our organizations are female-led institutions, but there are many more options out there available. But people, don't shy away. These organizations actually do something. Go find them and meet up, and you will not feel alone.
Excellent. And when you are, you just mentioned the role of women in these organizations.
Yes.
What is the biggest challenge you think that you're getting from women versus, say, men? And maybe you can address a little bit of the myths about working out, a healthy lifestyle, nutrition, the whole, you have a very holistic approach. What are the
Mm.
differences between men and women in
In
terms of
terms of
challenge?
training with
Yeah.
a personal trainer? Well, that's a good question. In my experience, I studied and worked in this field in many countries, including, France, from New York to Istanbul to Copenhagen and Florence, and now here Barcelona the last 5 years. And in my experience, I personally feel more connected and passionate about working with women after going through 2 pregnancies myself. So I think what you believe in, where your heart lies, where your passion lies, it shows in your work. And you go after, let's say, promoting that business because you're more enthusiastic. So it starts with you. And this also led another thing is that, generally speaking, my personal experience and research show that men feel more comfortable working with male personal trainers, and because they feel more related, they think they are understood better because of the biological reasons. And I totally respect and get that perspective. And there are certain myths that I try to overcome. I always try to tell my female clients is like, let's hit those dumbbells hard. You're not going to get bulky. You don't have those hormones. It's impossible. You're not going to look bulky like a male. This is one myth that we get. Another myth that I get is in terms of it's genetics, right? So we have to work around these myths, and fast diets, intermittent fasting, all of these options, everybody assume it's for everybody. And
When you say it's genetics, can you expand on that? What do you mean by that?
yes, so studies show that yes, genetics and our DNA plays a role, but it's not our destiny. Let's say you come from a line of family where they're generally overweight and have cardiovascular disease. Yes, that makes you prone to have these health issues as well. However, this is not your destiny. You have control over some aspect of it with your lifestyle, that meaning fitness, that meaning healthy eating choices, reducing negative stress, alcohol, drug consumption, improve good quality of sleep. All of these pillars are something that are available to you to control and reverse your, let's say, family footprint.
Okay. Then another question that I have is, who is your ideal client? Because you're helping people individually, so I've known you for
Yes,
years,
yes,
and you're helping companies
yes,
keep people happy. Who
yes.
is now your ideal client?
Yes, in individual level, I love working with helping women become stronger version of themselves throughout womanhood. This includes from going from if women choose to become pregnant, during pregnancy, post-pregnancy, if they are athlete or had an injury, post-orthopedic surgery recovery is my subspecialty. And also working with perimenopause and menopause population. Especially perimenopause and menopause, we're talking about 40s, 50s, 60s and onward. It's not the sexy area, right? Their concerns are different. Their needs, our priorities are different than a 20-year-old. So I take pride and joy in helping women at this stage of their life because they feel alone, they feel neglected. And let's be honest, it's not the sexiest topic in the health environment to invest money on. So there's so little research that we have to be on top of latest study and help women in this area, in my opinion, more than ever, because we want to make sure these women are still productive. They're still women. They're in the workforce. They're alive. And we need to make sure that they feel heard and healthy and alive as well.
Okay, then I have my final question, I suppose, is how can people get in touch with you if they want to hire you for their company to make sure that their employees are happy, and or how else can they contact you?
Yes, just type in Barcelona fitness and I will come up probably. I have a website. You can find me there. I am present in social media. They can approach you. Yes, so all of these tools, they can find me, absolutely.
But are you do you have a specific website that you can promote here?
Exactly. My website is www.handeerel, which is my name.com. They can find me there. Through there, they can have a more in-depth understanding of my services, my background, what it is that I do, my credentials, and all my contact information is there.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything else at the moment to ask, unless there's something that you would like specifically to share. We have a happy hour coming up soon. You'll be there, and you're lots of networking things. So, I'm sure that we can see you in a number of different places. But I give you the last word. What else would you like to share with the international community?
Well, I will say it's Friday. Don't enjoy. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend, sunny and warm. Go outdoors, do something fun. Go to the beach, go hiking, drink water, use sunblock, and get in the spirits of long daylights. And every time you have a drink, top it off with a glass of water.
Fantastic. What a wonderful way to end. You're always so positive, so full of great energy. You have an infectious smile.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I want to continue, encourage you to continue doing all the great work that you're doing. There's lots of love from Metropolitan to the Hande. And
I love it.
So I'll see you soon. And if I can be of any service, you know where to reach me. Let's come and get a cup of café con leche.
Will do. Thank you. Great as always chatting with you. Have a great day.